Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has refused bail for suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari. The court held that the NDLEA has presented sufficient evidence before it, enough for it to refuse bail. The NDLEA, in its counter affidavit to Mr. Kyari's bail application, held that it is inappropriate to grant bail to the applicant because of the facts and circumstances of the case. The applicant is already facing extradition on charges of wire fraud. The second applicant, who is an assistant superintendent of police, is under investigation for money laundering and may face charges on same. The court also ruled that the medical challenges of the applicant is not beyond the capacity of the NDLEA, and the applicant is a flight risk and may jump bail. The court also refused the bail application of the fourth and fifth applicants on grounds that the respondent has been able to establish criminal responsibility against them. The court also ordered the remand of Abba Kyari in the Kuje Correctional Center, while others involved were taken to the Suleja Correctional Center. The matter was adjourned till the 27th of April for ruling. And to Ondo State, where 3 workers of an exploration and production company limited in Ilaje Council area have been arraigned before an Akure magistrate court for murder, arson, malicious damage, and destruction of property through illegal bunkering activities. The workers were charged by the police for the murder of 9 persons by setting them ablaze through illegal bunkering activities in the vessel. They were accused of committing an offense contrary to Section 316, subsection 9 of the Criminal Code. The trio were charged for causing an explosion and setting ablaze Sheba company vessel valued at 41.6 billion naira through illegal bunkering activities contrary to Section 443, subsection B of the State Criminal Code. However, counsel to the suspect, Benson Mehi, described the charges as trumped up.
Smooth screen that the police normally use when you just arraign somebody and say it's murder. You don't go beyond it. And so because it's murder, let's go and remind him rather. This one has removed that veil, and the court has admitted them to bail. The court wasn't satisfied that the elements of murder, as it were, are present in this matter, and therefore has admitted the defendants to bail, and we will go ahead to perfect the bail. The matters are adjourned to 12th of July. We will do the needful and get the defendants on bail.
And now to politics. The All Progressives Congress finally now has its National Working Committee in place after a successful conduct of its elective convention. While it was a fulfilling moment for the newly elected members and their supporters, other disgruntled contestants thought otherwise, but personal interest had to be set aside for the good of the party. The correspondent Jesu Adeoye reports.
It has been an eventful 2-day exercise at the Eagle Square in Abuja as the All Progressives Congress draws the curtain on its 2022 elective national convention. It appears this Congress met the expectation of party faithful who shamed cynics. Now they hope the outcome of the convention will make the APC stronger and more united.
This is the beginning of a good thing to come for the party and for the country as a whole. You can imagine the beginning of the convention. You can follow up the trajectories of various interests. You can see how it's come to be peaceful at the end of the day. That shows APC has come to stay.
You could say the way the convention has gone, it's been very peaceful, contrary to what people were expecting. The security people have done wonderfully well.
I foresee a new APC. We have seen some of the mistakes, and we have people that are already there with experience coming on board, of course, to correct some of the mistakes that we also have.
Although other contestants are not too excited as they had their ego bruised, but they still managed to set aside their personal interest for the overall good of the party.
I'm not happy, but our leaders have said we should let go, and we are willing, because all we want is a better country, not of ourselves. Zoning is something that I feel with time we should get rid of, because it's stopping us from getting the right quality of people to occupy positions. It's natural with politics. There have never been an election that goes unchallenged. But at the end of the day, we'll come out victorious, very strong as members of one family.
Everybody at some point needs to be carried along, especially when we're getting close to the real event. And that's what has happened, right? He has identified critical stakeholders that needs to be on board, that needs to be on the same page, as it were, with him.
The coming days hold a lot to prove if indeed this convention will strengthen the APC after the contentious road to electing new officers. The attention now shifts to the presidential primaries as the APC also sets its gaze on winning the 2023 general elections. TJ Suadeoye, TVC News, Abuja.
And still talking party politics, the All Progressives Congress convention ended with overwhelming success, but not without sparking some concern on its impact on the Abuja environment. Boyo Thomas reports.
APC had over 7,000 delegates. Several party faithful and supporters all converged on the National Convention ground at the Eagle Square in Abuja. This influx of people without adequate arrangement meant some disruptions to the quiet city's daily lives. It meant facilities were overstretched from the Eagle Square Arena itself, which has a capacity of about 4,000, but took over 7,000 delegates and other party supporters. The public toilet facilities were inadequate, even with the provision of mobile toilets to support. Every corner, wall of flower became a sport to answer the call of nature.
I think I've been holding myself. If I come to a place like this, it's very hard for me to ease myself. So I just remain calm. But before I came here, I had to really arrange myself before coming because I wouldn't use the public toilet. You know how it is now.
Even now, if I even go and use myself at back of one motorcycle there, then I'm now going in again.
While these vendors are happy at an opportunity to sell their wares, not much care is given to the litter generated all over the nation's capital. Another concern was the posters pasted in all corners by supporters without removal plans.
Yeah, I think the federal government should take care of that because we have a disposal company who will come and just pack the stuff up the street.
Crowd control also posed a major challenge to the thousands of security personnel deployed to the venue. Police personnel had to shoot tear gas into the air to disperse the crowd, in the process causing another medical emergency. Security personnel freely using their batons on recalcitrant party supporters, trying by all means to gain access to the grounds, were caught on camera. The Eagle Square and surrounding streets the morning after the convention was an eyesore. Empty bottles, papers, cans, plastic bags, and other environmental toxic waste littered everywhere. The streets reeking of urine and the stench of human feces. Despite the city's cleaning exercise starting early the next morning, heaps of refuse generated by the convention still mounted the Eagle Square. For Abuja, a city already battling inordinate disposal of refuse, the need for a better management cannot be more glaring, especially as Nigeria is hoping to remain on the course towards meeting the Sustainable Development Goals. As Nigeria evolves, it is time to start to think of a better way to organize and manage events of this magnitude in a sustainable manner that is protective of the environment and its people. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.